Story number 1. The Boy Who Cried Wolf. There once was a boy who grew bored while watching over the village sheep. He wanted to make things more exciting. So, he yelled out that he saw a wolf chasing the sheep. All the villagers came running to drive the wolf away. However, they saw no wolf. The boy was amused, but the villagers were not. They told him not to do it again. Shortly after, he repeated this antic. The villagers came running again, only to find that he was lying. Later that day, the boy really sees a wolf sneaking amongst the flock. He jumped up and called out for help. But no one came this time because they thought he was still joking around. At sunset, the villagers looked for the boy. He had not returned with their sheep. They found him crying. He told them that there really was a wolf, and the entire flock was gone. An old man came to comfort him and told him that nobody would believe a liar, even when they are being honest. Moral: lying breaks trust. The story number 2. The Golden Touch. The Greek king Midas did a good deed for a satyr. This prompted Dionysus, the god of wine, to grant him a wish. Midas asked for everything he touched to turn to gold. Dionysus warned him not to do so, but Midas could not be swayed. Midas excitedly started touching everything and turning them into gold. Soon, he became hungry. But he couldn't eat anything because even his food turned to gold. His beloved daughter saw him in distress and ran to hug him. However, she, too, turned to gold. He realized then the golden touch was not a blessing. Moral: greed leads one to downfall. Story number 3. The Fox and the Grapes. A hungry fox once looked everywhere for food. He couldn't find anything until he stumbled upon a farmer's wall. He saw big, purple, juicy grapes. He jumped as high as possible to reach the grapes. No matter how many times he tried, he failed. Finally, he gave up and went home, thinking to himself that the grapes must have been sour anyway. Moral: nothing comes easy. Do not hate what you can't have. The story number 4. The Proud Rose. In the desert existed a rose and a cactus. The beautiful rose would take every opportunity to insult the cactus. The other plants tried to defend the cactus, but the rose was too obsessed with its own looks. There was no water during a particularly hot summer. The rose started to wither away. But the cactus had become a source of water for sparrows. The rose asked the cactus for water, and the nice cactus readily agreed. Moral: never judge someone according to how they look. Story number 5. The Milkmaid and Her Pail. Molly, the milkmaid's job was to milk the cows and sell the milk at the market. She started thinking about the things she would spend her money on. While walking to the market, she spotted a chicken and thought that she could earn more money by buying a chicken and selling its eggs. She started to think how jealous she could make the other milkmaid with all the things she could buy from the milk and egg money. She started to skip in excitement, and soon the milk spilled over. She went home with empty pails and no money. Her mother then reminds her that she shouldn't count her chicken until they hatch. Moral: do not depend on something until you are sure it will happen.